What's something $100 or less but is a total game changer? Serious. 10 feet long phone chargers. You can roll to the other side of the bed. Mine is so long I can charge in the entire upper half of my house. It's great. And we've come full circle back to corded phones. One of my wife's former coworker commented that the main reason he liked his Apple Watch was because he no longer had to take his phone out of his pocket to see what time it was. He did not see the irony. A solid-state drive for your PC. If you currently have a hard disk drive, everything loads so much faster and it's pretty easy to install. 12 seconds to boot my laptop. Thank you to the person that invented them. 12 seconds still seem a bit long though. This post was made by the NVMe gang. Pillow. Most people use it more than their car. $100 can get you a pretty good one. A good pillow is a sign of power and wealth. Blackout curtains. Especially if you work second shift or graveyard. The quality of sleep goes up so much. A kitchen knife that isn't some Walmart garbage. Totally changed the kitchen game. I'm currently taking care of a 98-year-old who can afford planes. Seriously, she owns planes, but refuses to get kitchen knives because they're too expensive. I started bringing my own because she wanted me to use a butter knife to cut the veggies. Never again. Some people that own planes are the stingiest motherfuckers I've ever seen. Sure, you own a Global, but you're questioning why it costs X amount for a 413th recert. We actually have a formula for how much that costs. Learjet owners tend to be the worst, especially the medical transport ones. I got this far when I realized it was about airplanes. For some fucking reason I thought carpentry, IDK, knives and planes are in the same brain category for me apparently. Or I'm just a single brain cell. Probably more that it's so uncommon for someone to just own a plane that your mind doesn't go there. Rollerblade wheel casters for your desk chair. Quieter, smoother, and don't damage your floor. I finally just got some and I love them. $20. Nice glass containers for leftovers. Sized for one portion. Microwavable. Airtight. You can see what's inside. Easy to clean. Turn every dinner you cook into 2 or 3 meals. Pyrex ones are a blessing. A slow close toilet seat. I didn't know they existed. I was surprised in my first apartment in Germany. Got used to it so fast. I am slamming all of the other toilet seats, expecting them to slow down. Only downside is you forget other people don't have them. Monsieur, I've slammed so many toilet seats in other people's bathrooms. I bought my dad a $2 letter opener and he acted like it was the best gift in 20 years. I have one that looks like a sword smiley face. Edit. Rip my inbox. Quality bed sheets. You spend so much of your life sleeping. Don't cheap out and get the stuff that low-key feels like you're laying on printer paper. Edit. Guys, I'm not some sheet connoisseur. I don't know much about buying sheets. Stop asking me for brands. Material recommendations. Thread count. I don't know. A portable power station. It's insane how useful it is. I got mine for $90. It has flashlights, an air compressor, charging ports for plugins, USB-S. It has a few other functions I cannot think of at Monsieur, but lastly, it'll jump a car 4 to 6 times before it needs recharged. And charges quickly. Never have that awkward experience with strangers, and I can even jump someone else quickly and efficiently with no risk to my own. And in winter, oh fucking boy, it's a game changer, lifesaver. I've never felt more confident in my POS car since. Edit. This blew up a little and I've got no time to answer. Work and all. I've got the Schumacher 1200 peak amp multifunctional portable digital power station, if you can get it on sale. It's perfect and prices differ by area. They also need tiny maintenance as others posted, recharging every so often and not leaving them to bake in your car. I keep mine inside during the warmer months if I'm not going anywhere. It's just a good thing to keep in the car for winter. Conversely, do not get this if you're the kind of person who is bad at maintaining things on a regular basis. These are not something you can charge then leave in your car for 2 years. They're supposed to be recharged every 6 months. It sounds so ordinary, but the kitchen trash can with the foot pedal that flips open the top. We lived with the press lip to open kind for years because we were too cheap to spend an extra $10. In the beginning, OMG, no longer having to manually open and close that thing like an animal is a pleasure I could not have predicted. Now, I just step on the pedal, and it opens. I love the motion-activated one I got from Costco. My cat sat on the lid of my motion-activated one. This continually made it try to lift until the motor burned out. It was about 2 weeks after I bought it. What a 2 weeks, though. A weighted blanket, one of the best purchases I've ever had. Edit. There seems to be a lot of questions and many of them repeat, so I'll try to answer the most frequent ones. Where can you get a good one for less than $100? A. Amazon has great ones for $70 minus $100 but tend to either be twin size or on the lighter side. However, you can also get good and heavy ones on sale, especially around this time of year. Don't they get hot? A bit, but I live in the cold for most of the year due to the weather and stick my feet out during the hotter days. Aren't they for autistic people? A. Yes and no. They are used to help some of the people who have to live with autism, but are also used for a lot of restless people. How do you clean them? A. I use a duvet cover and wash that weekly, then take it to the laundromat every 90 days or so. I have a 30 pounds queen-size blanket. ETA. It may actually be 25 pounds. It was bought greater than 6 months ago. I have insomnia. I fully credit the weighted blanket with my ability to fall back to sleep after waking up to pee at night. Damn, having kids and all that. I missed it when I went on vacation and work travel this year. ETA. Since this got more upvotes than I expected. I weigh south of 200 pounds, but not significantly. My husband bought the blanket for me and we thought the queen size would be spread wider and the distribution would affect the 10% weight recommendation, so he went with the 25 pounds. It was very heavy the first couple times I slept under it, but now once I curl up I hardly feel it. I can roll over under it, but not with ease, and I think this is why I stay asleep, because I'm not tossing and turning. I hardly feel the weight when I am still. How do you wake up with insomnia? Some very funny person asks. Well, my insomnia used to be the inability to fall asleep, but then it turned into the inability to fall back to sleep. If I woke for virtually any reason, but especially if I got out of bed, I was awake from that point on. Do you mind if I ask how much you weigh? I used the 10% of your body weight recommendation and it's definitely heavy, but it doesn't seem to make a big difference for me. I'm wondering if the recommendation is bullshit. 10% body weight plus 1-2 lbs is a solid rule of thumb that works for most people, but it's not an absolute rule, and it's not like a heavier one will kill you. If you think heavier would work for you, try it out. A good first aid kit. I would supplement this with a 72-hour emergency kit. There are decent kits out there for under $100 and they come with a first aid kit as well. A decent sized portable battery pack. Bought a 21,000 mAh Anker with quick charge and it's been a lifesaver on more than one occasion. Think I paid about 25 pounds. English. A couple of years back. Even 10,000 will do for most people. I only have to charge mine every 2 days and my phone hasn't died in ages. A secondary display for your computer, especially if you are a gamer or programmer. Not sure how anyone deals with just one monitor. I have 3 and notice it's missing when I use a dual setup. Electric toothbrush. Good lord, does it feel fresh to brush now. Even the $20 Oral-B ones are great and a head will last you almost as long as a normal brush. Instapot is also amazing. Oh hey, making barbecue chicken? 15 minutes and it's ready to go. Definitely a game changer. Second, the electric toothbrush. But I'd suggest going right up to the $100 limit and getting a Sonicare dash cam. People taking ride in my car don't know that dash cam also records voice, so don't lie. I just got one. It gives you peace of mind. Be sure to get one with a rear camera because a lot goes on behind you. Bonus points if it has an app you can access the recorded video. Double bonus points if you can have it record while your car is parked. Dash cams are great to catch potential insurance fraud. If the situation comes up, I personally wouldn't mention you have a dash cam, just exchange information and send your video to the insurance company. I've seen videos where the person says, "I got you on video," and the other person runs away, so there's no recourse for the victim. A nice shower head, a pressure cooker and a slow cooker. You can get both for less than $100. With whatever money you have left over, bulk order rice and beans by the pound. As a Brazilian, my father grew up eating rice and beans, and the meal has stuck with him to the extent that every day he'll make at least one batch. What takes my grandma hours to make the old-fashioned way can now be done in about an hour and 5 minutes. With 5 minutes of effort and an hour of waiting. He buys in bulk, so feeding our entire family of 5 a full meal costs about $1.50 total. For anyone on a budget, or anyone who really likes rice and beans, I could not recommend this more. **Edit. **. We use an Instant Pot for the beans and an Aroma brand slow cooker for the rice. While we could just do everything in the Instant Pot, it's easier because both cook simultaneously to speed up the process. **For the rice. Put in 2 cups of rice and 1 cup of water. Hit the white rice button, and you're good. This takes about an hour to cook. For the beans. Many of us actually don't eat meat in our family, so our recipe doesn't use any. But I'm sure you could throw some in to try it out. Put in 2 cups of beans, 5 cups of water, 3 cloves of crushed garlic, 2 to 3 bay leaves, and a finely chopped medium-sized onion. Press the beans button. Make sure the timer is at 45 minutes, and you're good. This takes about 45 minutes to cook, but we always let it rest for 15 minutes or so before releasing the pressure. For the sake of those new to pressure cookers, there's a dial you twist to release the pressure, and we do this with a ladle from a foot away. The pressure lessens the longer you wait after the meal has finished cooking. So after 15 minutes, steam will still release, but far less than if you had not waited. Add some salt directly into the pot of beans and stir. When serving, people will usually add a bit more salt, and some of our family likes to mix in 1/2 an avocado when we have them lying around. I hope this is helpful and happy cooking. Just don't order 10 at the same time. I think it was here on Reddit, in r/Tifu, that someone found a $99 pressure cooker online at like $19.99 by accident. He figured they would make good gifts and bought like 10. FBI showed up like 48 hours later. Maybe stupid question, but why did they show up? Boston Marathon bombers made IEDs with pressure cookers. OMFG, I thought they were kidding, like, haha, guy found a loophole and the government came to get him for it. That's actually insane. Thank you so much for watching and have a good day.